Alright, how many of you are about to make a life-changing decision in less than a day? Well, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, it's almost time for the new year. So what are your New Year resolutions? Is it going to be starting a new hobby? Maybe reconnecting with some old friends? Or maybe you're like the vast majority and you just want to be a little bit more healthy? Well, it's always easier said than done. Why is it so hard to keep up with these promises and New Year's resolutions? Well, regardless of what time of year it is, we always start by setting a large, impractical goal. Then, we rush into it, completely deviating from our normal lifestyle. We tend to take large actions, hoping that we can wake up super early, going to the gym for long hours, or maybe quitting a bad habit cold turkey, hoping that we can see immediate results. And then, when we don't see these tangible results, we tend to feel a burnout. So, what tools can we use to improve our goal setting and achieving? Well, look no further than your own eyes. That's right, vision is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. In fact, more than 50% of your cortical neurons are linked to visual processing, and the visual system is linked to the circulatory system and has been shown to improve the uptake of nutrients and oxygen to certain parts of the brain. Additionally, our brain is hardwired for goal setting and achieving, with the prefrontal cortex having specific circuits made solely for this. So, how can we use vision to improve our goal setting? Well, to do this, let's look at the work of Dr. Emily Balcetis of NYU. Dr. Balcetis and her team examined the effects of perceptual narrowing on physical activity. In her study, she had two groups of athletes complete a race where one had to have an open visual field looking at their surroundings, while the other had to focus solely on a finish line. The results of the study showed that those who looked solely at the finish line felt less fatigued than their compatriots and consistently finished faster than the other group. So, we know that vision does affect our performance. But how do we explain this? Well, one theory is the goal gradient hypothesis. To put it simply, the closer we are to a goal, the more efforts we put in order to get a reward faster. This is something which we use with intermediates as well, where we have intermediate goals which give us short-term rewards and allow us to work harder. This is something we see in retail these days, as those who are part of loyalty programs tend to visit a store more often the closer they are to a discount or maybe a free pizza, leading to greater profits. So, we know the importance of intermediates, but how do we apply this to our own lives? Well, let's look at a New Year's resolution, let's say a 50-pound weight loss plan. Let's break it down to small intermediates like losing 2 pounds per week, which seems achievable. But how do we break down a large goal into a smaller one? Well, one way to do this is by using a vision board, which has a large central goal, smaller intermediates, and then day-to-day tasks. The day-to-day tasks provide short-term rewards, which in turn motivate us. Additionally, as we move towards our goal, it's important to visualize our results. We often keep our progress in our memory, but that doesn't have the same effect. When we visualize results by either writing it down or putting on a whiteboard, we can see our progress and give us the illusion of proximity, allowing us to make the most of the goal gradient hypothesis. Now, to show that actions are louder than words, let me show an example from my own life. This is my normal route from my street all the way to the psychology complex. Normally, it takes me around 11 minutes to walk without setting an intermediate goal. However, let's say I did set an intermediate goal, such as a Tim Hortons at the end of my street around Main Street. What happened here is I managed to walk faster towards my intermediate, and I often felt less fatigue. The result speaks for itself, as I managed to reach my goal in just under 7 minutes. So in this case, the intermediate being the Tim Hortons allowed me to provide a small short-term reward, which improved my performance. So let's look at what we learned today. We learned that it's important to break down large goals into small intermediates. We learned that it's important to have day-to-day tasks which we can work towards to get short-term rewards. And it's important to visualize our progress in order to make the most of the goal gradient hypothesis and our visual field. Thank you for attending my talk, and good luck with your New Year resolutions.